You done? You're just so sleepy, but you refuse to admit it. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, those sleepy eyes. Oh, yes. Oh.
Good morning. We have a very sleepy puppy down here. Oh, I forgot. I need to probably... Gotta get the audio settings back to where they should be so you can hear Sleepy Cooper. Oh, he's such a sleepy baby. Yes. Well, Cooper and I just went for a little walk. We're in our routine here. It's a very get up first thing in the morning, feed him, train him, play with him. You know, there's pooping and peeing that goes on in there as well, and and he's already asleep. And then usually like if he's got enough in him, take it for a walk. And I've been going to the bakery more often than I was before because I've been kind of at the end of my diet. We haven't talked about that yet. I realize we need to talk about the fact that I've lost like 45 pounds at some point, and I have plans for that in the future. But I do want to lose another like 5 to 10-ish pounds because I want to get the fat jacket off my stomach. Ideally, but in pretty good shape and maintaining my weight just fine since I've stopped. That's part of it as well. I just wanted to see like if I'd learned my lessons and was going to maintain my weight going back to eating normally after. And everything's fine. This little guy, this little guy is ready for bed. He's overdue. My landlady's son is here, so we went and we got him some treats. I wanted to introduce him to a little the petit pain au chocolat that I discovered recently. They don't exist in every bakery, but when you find them, they're basically a chunk of baguette bread full of chocolate, like chocolate chips, but better, and then finished with a nice sugary glaze over the top. They're really good because you get your chocolate hit out of it, but it's not made with a ton of butter. It doesn't feel like you're eating a stick of butter along with all that chocolate. Gotta put this guy in. Anyways, we went for a walk. We went to find that. I finally got some sleep. I got a little bit sick. Things are a little bit crazy around here. I'm way behind on my work. I need to get on top of that right now. I felt kind of sick the last few days. It was super stressful. The whole trip to Amsterdam was overwhelming and good, but like it was a lot dealing with this guy traveling internationally for the first time, sleeping in a new place, and then seeing the ship, seeing a lot of people I didn't expect to see all around. I'm feeling pretty toast, to be honest, and so I thought I'd film a little bit about that this morning to tell you that that's how I'm doing, and then we'll go into town here this afternoon and hopefully get this guy he needs a new cheesy chew to chew on. You want to stop licking yourself on camera long enough to? Anyways, we need to get this guy a new cheesy chew, and I do need to buy him a carrying case so we can fly. That's another thing, a flying kennel. Okay, it's bedtime, buddy. The way that I tend to settle him, I used to sit on the stairs because like I didn't want him getting the idea that he could go on furniture until I was ready for that. Oh, good boy. It's been killing my back, so I decided to upgrade to this chair. Eventually I'll invite him onto the couch, but that's not happening yet. So I sit here with him till he really settles in. I don't always do this. I'm starting to not do this every time because he needs to learn to just go in his kennel no matter what, but I'm feeling generous. I also like to snuggle him, so sit here with him and play Wordle. And basically that's my timer. Once I've figured out my Wordle, that's when he gets to go back in. So, into your kennel, good sir. I figured that out really quickly. I think he needs a little bit more time. His obsessive licking is like how he holds on to consciousness just a little bit longer. And then he finally settles down.
Good try. This is also going to be the first time that Cooper spends an afternoon away from me. Shawn is the number one person in line to host Cooper. He made me promise he got to be the first. Do you have enough water? I don't know if you have enough water.
Oh, Mr. Thirsty.
Anyways, as I was saying, it's going to be his first time spending an afternoon away from me in someone else's apartment. So we're going to give that a try today. Just a few hours. I'm tuckering him out a little bit in advance, so his energy levels will be more manageable, hopefully, for Shawn. Better level of success. Hey, what are you doing? He's kind of getting bored with some of his toys, I feel like. I gotta give him some new toys. Huh. Go ahead. Yeah, and then we'll try an overnight here soon. But I feel pretty good overall with our rhythm. As long as I plan things well enough, I feel pretty good getting work done with the current rhythm we have. And generally his nap schedule works pretty well for me to get 3 hours-ish of work done at a chunk or in a time, which is really, really necessary because I'm really far behind right now and trying to catch up. Including, I feel like on vlogging, like I feel like I'm way out of the loop, way out of practice. Not out of practice, just, I don't know, I've been really tired and overwhelmed. Narr. Narr. But it's fun. He's such a good dog. You're such a good dog. Are you a good boy? Yeah, you're a good boy. So we'll see how this goes.
So vicious.
Why did you go in there? I packed all of his stuff in here that he needs, hopefully, with his time at Uncle Pouchon. Well, yeah. Oh, he's so confused by this too, because he really wants to go in his kennel. He's like, what? Look at all the good stuff that's in there. Why don't I get to go in there? I don't understand. It's okay. We're just gonna take this with us, buddy. See? Yeah. Good boy. I completely forgot to film dropping him off. We had coffee, and I dropped him off, and I imagine he's fine. He was whining a little bit when I left. We put him in his kennel, settled him down, got him sleepy, put him in his kennel, left him. Gotta start practicing, so hopefully it goes well. Hopefully I don't stress too much, but we'll come back in 3 hours and see how he did. All right, it's been about 3 hours. I've gotten a shocking amount of work done in that time, so now it's time to go see how Cooper did with Pouchon, and I think he might have visited Pullman as well, Pouchon's mom. Hopefully we're still friends after this. Hopefully Cooper has not alienated us. This is the first time that I've been without Cooper in like 2 months. First time I haven't been responsible for him. And actually, it's been a really nice relief. It was not that stressful. I mean, I trust Shawn obviously, and been a little stressed, but mostly relieved. And it's good because it's a nice break to not have to just constantly be worried about him for a little bit. And it also made me really excited to get him back. I'm looking forward to picking him up right now. So that's good. I mean, I really like the little guy. I think I'm gonna keep him. Yo.
Hi. How are ya? How was your time?
He didn't go crazy? Perfect.
Hi.
He survived. So would you, speaking of surviving, is this something that you'd be open to doing again after the first experience?
Yeah, why not? Maybe you can spend the night next time.
That'd be fun.
We'll see. We'll see if he likes this place.
Little Cooper sleepover. Oh, he'll love it. Our first maskless meals. We don't have to wear masks anymore. This is kind of weird. Comment? Ouais, lui là, ok, tu le prends.
Vous allez être 3, c'est ça?
C'est ça.
Allez.
3 et demi.
Venez avec moi.
Merci. If you like Bao, Gros Bao is a really fun spot on the canal. 2 stories too. If you can sit up top, right by the windows, it's a good little view. But we're sitting downstairs. I'm so hungry. Are you hungry, Cooper? Too bad. No Bao for you. No Bao for you. Merci. Buddy. I forgot to film the part where we got him the new chew and toy, which I filmed a little bit and put on Instagram. I haven't been on Instagram much, which has been really nice actually. It's glorious. I don't really miss it. I'm going to get back into posting on there somehow, some way, you know, just photos here and there. I'll post a photo of myself maybe, you know, that Janelle took soon. That's fun. Yeah, he loves his weasel. I got him it's a weasel or like a ferret. I'm not really sure. He already tore it open. It's like a leopard print weasel, and yeah, it's been played with like twice, and it's already suffering the consequences of living with Cooper. It had 2 squeakers in it. Now it only has 1. Anyway, I feel kind of lost in all this in a way, and I've been trying to figure out what exactly that is, and I think it has to do with just my whole life basically changing around the dog in a short period of time that I know will shift back towards looking a lot more like what my life used to look like, and I'm aware of that. I was talking with Peter about it, and it's like the worst is behind me. Like the absolute worst happened right off the bat, and it's only gotten better since, and we're trending upwards, and that helps to keep it feeling good. And every landmark we cross makes it feel even better. And traveling internationally was a big one, and that took it out of me. And it wasn't even his fault. I think it's there as a false association, unfortunately, on the stress side. Hey, on your bed, please. So many construction noises and stuff in the background, as always. I just had a really emotional and overwhelming time all around, and then trying to juggle him in the midst of that and losing some sleep because of him and so forth just makes that harder. But feeling really good about the future. I think once we get a couple of flights in, that's the other thing. Planning on taking him to the States this summer, so I want to make sure I get some shorter flights in before that, because it's probably a good experience to have in advance before we get on a plane for like 10 hours. There's still some stress in there for sure, but I think the other thing is, what's funny about it is I find myself looking at people that I know that have dogs that are in a couple or in a family, and I guess I feel a little bit, it's not envious so much, I just kind of, which is ridiculous. I don't know if you ever feel this way when you look, and I shouldn't be comparing myself to anybody, but I'm just kind of looking at it being like, no, but I'm doing all that by myself. Don't I get some credit for that? And I probably do. I'm sure somebody's giving me credit somewhere. And I hate to admit that, but I mean, it's true. It's one of those things where it kind of highlights the loneliness of the thing, where it's like, he's great to have around, and I really enjoy him a lot. Like, I love getting him up in the morning. He's the most adorable thing in the world when I get him up in the morning. And there are more and more elements. I love training him. I really love practicing sit and stay. There's a lot of fun stuff that comes with it, and I really, really enjoy him a lot. But there's a funny element of it where it's kind of piqued my sense of loneliness at the same time, which I haven't felt lonely in a really long time. I haven't really genuinely felt lonely in forever. Not forever, but probably like a year. And it's just such a weird experience to feel peaks of loneliness now that I have somebody living with me. But I think it's because I don't get to share him. I don't get to share like all the funny little things he does, and even if I post it online or put it in a video, it's not the same as sitting around with somebody and watching and enjoying just the little hops and the little like spazzy moments. And just he's a sweet dog, and I think that has highlighted a gap in there, which I'm sure comes as no surprise, but it's interesting to me. It has caught me by surprise. When I got the dog, are they like doing industrial vacuuming out there or something? I have no idea what's going on. When I got the dog, I did it because I felt like I was in the happiest, healthiest place in my life, genuinely, where I felt really content, and I felt like I was in a really great space, and I was like, this is the time to bring a dog into my life, like to add to my life. And I don't think I was wrong about that. I know I wasn't wrong. Like, it's been great, and I feel really good about having him. I really love having him. I think it's just kind of changed my perspective on a few things. But even in sharing this out loud, as is usually the case, I feel better about it. Every once in a while I'm like, I really like this dog. Like, I really like him. And he's like, yeah, I know. Like, the more you say it, though, the more I'm gonna start questioning it. And the reason that I say it out loud, and the reason that this is helpful too, is because I'm not always sure. I'm always like, was this right? Is this a good decision? Like, is this okay? And some of it's the echoes of those negative emotions that are still bouncing around in there that are signs of things going on in me. It has nothing to do with him. And overall, he's a great dog. And now I've got to start working on adjusting our schedules, because my life has really revolved around him for the last couple of months. Thank you for your patience with that, especially it's made it really hard for me to vlog and to get all the other work done. If you follow me on Twitter, you've seen a hint of some of the stuff that's going on behind the scenes. And if you're a patron, you've seen a big hint of what's going on behind the scenes. And thanks, of course, to Shawn Morse, today's patron producer. Really glad to have you here. But it's been really, really, really hard to. I mean, I'm dressed in my gym clothes because my goal is as soon as I get him settled this morning. Oh, are you done? Come on up. I think you're done enough with your chew. He's been chewing. Oh yeah, that's a sleepy face. He's been chewing his cheese chew. I think I showed this before. If you come to France and you have dogs and you want the most French dog-oriented souvenir possible, look for these in the pet stores. They're chunks of hardened cheese that are lactose-free apparently, and dogs love them. He chews like crazy. Like a crazy person on it. He loves it. To the point that he won't chew his bones anymore, which is not ideal. But, I mean, it should come as no surprise. I didn't realize when everybody said that puppies are hard work, nobody told me that. A puppy is basically a baby that you have for a couple of months. I'm learning. How you doing, buddy? I'm going to settle this guy down. I mean, like, even just being able to get into the gym, I'm barely getting in twice a week right now. I'm hardly really running right now because I've had to sacrifice, you know, the exercise to get my work done, and that's also made things kind of challenging. So it's just a juggling act, and I think anybody that's had a puppy or that has had, especially anybody that's had kids, like, I realize there's probably some empathy but very little sympathy for me here. All that to say, thank you for your patience with me as I try to put stuff together, and it's a good reminder for me to talk about this right now, that it's all uphill from here. Not uphill, it's all up. You know what I mean. We're trending upwards, and the future is very exciting, and I really cannot wait to get there. But I'm also enjoying being right here, right now, with this sleepy little puppy. Yup. And even if I lose some progress in the gym, and I gotta work hard to get back up to half marathon running ability, it'll be worth it. It's worth it. Look at that face. How could it not be worth it? Whoa. Whoa. Aww. Anyways, this has been a very puppy-centric vlog, I realized. Let's go ahead and start the week with nothing else to talk about. Like, my brain has been so fried, and it's finally coming out of a fried state. So, you'll get some good stuff coming up really soon. And if you are on Patreon, you've already seen a preview of one of those videos. A lot of Paris tips, hints coming your way. Just a full shift, like a massive gear shift that I think is going to be really good and really help those of you who are planning your trips to Paris. So jump on over on that, and if you want to get some hints on how you can get a head start on that without being a patron, then, you know, go check Twitter, see what you find. In the meantime, this guy is all sad and floppy. I'm gonna take him out to go to the bathroom, and then I'm gonna put him down for a nap. Then I'm going to the gym because I really need to work out so badly. So, well, let's go.